So today we're going to make a box arrangement, and I'm just using a raw wooden box about 4 inches, I would say square, and I am just doing a little dry brush of white paint on the outside. The box that we're going to arrange today has coastal colors of wooden flowers that I've already dyed. Some are left in the natural state, some have bark on them, and the other ones I've gone in like a sandy peach tone and an aqua color. I would have painted those previously and allowed them completely to dry. You'll see I have a square of dry floral foam hot glued into the bottom of the box, and then I always like to cover the foam just with a little bit of something to make sure you don't see any of that in your arrangement. So today I'm using a decorative piece of tissue paper, but you could use burlap, you could use Spanish moss, anything like that. To get ready to assemble this box, because it's a low style arrangement and you really don't see the stems of the flowers, I'm using toothpicks. They are the perfect size, they're already cut, and they work really well. So I'm just adding a little bit of hot glue on the back of each flower and inserting the toothpick and allowing that hot glue to set for a few seconds. For a 4x4 box, I typically stem up anywhere between 9 and 12 flowers, but you probably won't use that many, especially if they're all big. But I usually use a mixture of the standard 2-inch size and the 1-inch size. And I'll pack it in here pretty tightly with just a little bit of greenery. This is the flower I want to highlight. It's my favorite one. I want to make the front of the box be where this flower is, and so I'm going to insert it so that it's seen right away. I'm going to go at an angle with a toothpick because this isn't on a wired stem. You'll need to face the flower the way that you want it faced and then insert the toothpick at an angle. Otherwise, all your flowers will just be facing forward and you'll just see the sides of the flowers. So to see the face of the flower, you'll need to angle that toothpick down. So I'm just going to nestle it at the front corner. I'm using some longer, wispier greenery here that I've already taken apart from a bush. It's got a hole at the bottom that I can stem individually with a toothpick, or I can just slide on one of the already prepared toothpicks that is attached to a flower. So I've just put a piece of greenery kind of behind that first flower, And now I'm just going to determine, going along the front, which flowers are going to lay there, which flowers I want behind it. And that greenery was a little bit tall, so I can just snip that off. So an upright facing flower I have put behind the accent flower. And then I'm just going to face some smaller flowers again forward, just to fill in the space. I'm demonstrating on this flower that some styles have a round center. Sometimes I like to come in with full strength paint, whereas I have diluted the paint to dip dye these flowers. Coming in with a full strength right out of the jar will give you the same color tone, but just a little bit deeper shade. And sometimes it's fun to accent the center of these flowers by doing that. So I'm just kind of spacing out my aqua colored flowers so that they're not all clumped together. Sometimes you'll find a small opening between the flowers where they rest together at their widest part, but you're left with a little gap along the edge of the box. And so I'll just use a piece of greenery and not stem it, but add a little bit of hot glue and just insert it there. You could be done at this point. You could stencil on something on the box. You could add some seashells if you wanted to keep with the coastal theme. I'm going to wrap around the box a couple times with this twine.